Switzerland. Switzerland is located in Western Europe. Switzerland consists of 3 geographical regions: the Alps mountain range, the Jura mountain range, and the Plateau region, which includes most of the Swiss cities and villages. Switzerland has a large number of lakes, more than 1,500 lakes. One of the most important Swiss lakes is Lake Léman, also called Lake Geneva. It is one of the largest lakes in Europe. Switzerland is one of the richest countries in the world in terms of GDP per capita. There are 4 official languages spoken in Switzerland: German, French, Italian and Romansh. Switzerland is one of the most beautiful tourist destinations in Europe and the world. Thousands of tourists annually visit Switzerland for tourism, and to enjoy the beauty of its picturesque nature. Bern. Bern is the administrative capital of Switzerland and the seat of the Swiss government and government institutions. Bern is located on the Swiss plateau. Bern residents speak German. Bern's Old Town is one of the most charming towns in Switzerland, with its many cobbled lanes, surrounded by sandstone buildings. Medieval monuments appear on Bern. Bern has been included in the UNESCO World Heritage List since 1983, due to the city's preservation of its ancient character from the Middle Ages, and containing many theaters and museums. One of the most prominent landmarks of Bern: the medieval Zetglogge clock tower. And also the Gothic Cathedral of Monstor. Geneva. Geneva is one of the largest cities in Switzerland, and one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. It is located on the coast of the charming Lake Geneva, surrounded by the Alps and the Jura Mountains. Geneva residents speak French. The city is famous for its many museums, galleries and beautiful landmarks. It was chosen as the headquarters of international organizations recognized around the world such as FIFA, the Red Cross, and United Nations. One of the most prominent landmarks of Geneva: Lake Geneva. Lake Geneva is one of the largest lakes in Europe. Geneva Fountain. Geneva Fountain is the tallest fountain in the world, and one of the most prominent tourist attractions in Geneva. The Old Town. This town is one of the most beautiful tourist areas in Geneva, and a destination for tourists who love Roman history. Chillon Castle. Chillon Castle is located on the shores of Lake Geneva. The history of Chillon Castle dates back to the Middle Ages. Zurich. It is one of the most important and largest cities in Switzerland. Most of the residents of Zurich speak German. The city is well known for its banking services companies, that are known to be a major financial center in Europe, and which ranks among the best in the world. The most distinguishing feature of Zurich City is its combination of the present and the past. The buildings in it date back to several centuries. The history of Zurich goes back to more than 2,000 years by the Romans. Zurich has been named the best city to live in the world for 3 years in a row. One of the most prominent landmarks of Zurich. Lake Zurich. Lake Zurich is one of the most beautiful natural lakes in Switzerland. Rhine Falls. The Rhine Falls are located on the Rhine River in northern Switzerland. Old Town. The Old Town of Zurich is one of the oldest and most prestigious places in the city, where it dates back to the Middle Ages. Bahnhofstrasse. The Bahnhofstrasse is the main street in the center of Zurich. It is the best way to shop in the world. The street is filled with designer boutiques, many Swiss watch and jewelry stores, and delicious chocolate shops. Basel City. It is located on the banks of the Rhine River in the northwestern part of Switzerland. The official language spoken by Basel residents is German. Basel is known among the cities of Switzerland as the capital of art and culture. With its exhibitions and museums, art festivals and archaeological buildings with elaborate and distinguished architectural style. One of the most prominent landmarks of Basel. Basel Cathedral. Lucerne. Lucerne is a tourist center, and a historical city in central Switzerland. Lucerne is located on the western shore of Lake Lucerne, and on the banks of the Reuss River. It is considered one of the most beautiful cities in the world. It is famous for its small bridge, 14th-century tower and medieval houses. It is characterized by its location on the coast of the magnificent Lake Lucerne and surrounded by many high mountains. The most prominent landmarks of Lucerne. Chapel Bridge. The Chapel Wooden Bridge is one of the oldest suspension bridges in Europe, which was built in the 14th century. The Chapel Bridge connects the old town of Lucerne with the modern town of Lucerne. Lucerne Water Tower. This tower is one of the historical symbols of the Lucerne city. The construction of this tower dates back to the 14th century. Lake Lucerne. The picturesque Lake Lucerne is a wonderful lake. It is characterized by its emerald blue waters, and its surroundings full of vast green spaces, plants and trees. Old Town Lucerne. The old city of Lucerne was established in the year 1178. It is one of the most beautiful monuments in Lucerne. Its old buildings are distinguished by their upscale historical character. Pilatus Summit is one of the most famous peaks of the Alps, and it is located in Lucerne. The summit of Pilatus is located above a mountain range, which is considered the steepest in the world. There are many beautiful and charming landscapes at the summit of Pilatus. There, you can experience riding a train that was made in 1899, that passes through the mountains. Also, you can try to ride the cable car, and enjoy a trip full of adventure and excitement. Interlaken City. Interlaken is located between two large alpine lakes, Thun and Brienz. It is considered an important tourist destination in Switzerland. It has a wonderful view of the Alps. It overlooks many of the picturesque natural places of lakes and rivers. The most prominent landmarks of the Interlaken city. Mount Haarderkolm. It is one of the mountains of the Alps mountain range and one of the most famous tourist attractions in Interlaken city. It has a wonderful view of the two lakes Brienz and Thun and the beauty of nature around them. Lauterbrunnen Valley. Lauterbrunnen Valley is one of the most beautiful natural areas in Switzerland. The Lauterbrunnen Valley includes a group of green areas, waterfalls and highlands with a stunning view. Lake Brienz. Lake Brienz is located in the Interlaken city, in the middle of the village of Brienz, which is one of the most beautiful areas in the city. Lake Thun. Lake Thun is located in Interlaken, in the middle of the Alps mountain ranges. It is one of the most important lakes in Switzerland. Spies Castle was built on the shores of Lake Thun more than 1,000 years ago. Spies Castle is distinguished by its unique architecture and wonderful views of Lake Thun. I hope you enjoyed this short trip to Switzerland. To see more, please subscribe. Thank you for following up.